In this video today, I talk about Afrika Yetu, our Africa. And if you find value in this video, I ask you to just leave us a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to this channel. This is Boss His Money, where I bring different gifts that God has given to His people. And today I'm so excited. I have someone who is very special to me, who is very special to our family and to us. He's Papa Eli. And he's gonna explain who he is and what he's been up to. Hello.
Hello.
You are welcome, Papa Eli. Please, can you tell the viewers who you are and what you're up to?
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I thank God and I thank you for allowing me to be introduced to, I guess, to a new audience.
Yes.
And I'm sure today's day, those kind of video, we don't take it lightly anymore because it goes and it can travel the world.
Yes.
And definitely I appreciate you as audience and the family who are watching us today. So I thank you for taking the time and don't leave until the end of this program. So, but for my introduction, my name is Eli Kihonia. I'm originally from the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, but I live here in the city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. And as work, I work for a non-profit organization that I funded called Afrika Yetu International. And that organization is based here in the city of Pittsburgh, but we are based in many parts of the world. We work internationally, we work very hard to really transform the world, transform the people of the planet, helping those one who needs help in every sector of, but cultural and art is really where our aim is.
Oh, so your focus is culture and art.
Yes.
The first time I heard Afrika Yetu, I was thinking that it's only about Africa. And I think I would love for you to just enlighten the viewers about what Afrika Yetu
means. Know, when everybody hear the word Africa, they just consider the continent. But you have to know continent of Africa, how was it created? Because what we see in the modern 2022, we all know it came out based on the colonialism of them deciding which country is supposed to be where, what people are supposed to be where.
Right.
But me, I look at it in the spiritual part, and I look at it in the Bible itself. So I look at Africa as the continent of birth of humankind. So that's what we call it, Africa. Because that's where the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, any of those geography books tell us that God created Adam and Eve in some place.
Right.
And so some place, I believe it was in the continent of Africa. So that's why I call Afrika Yetu, meaning where we all were created. So Afrika Yetu, it means our Africa. Anything concerning the people of Africa, the people of God, who God created them in one area, and that area is Afrika Yetu. That's what we are, not the continent of Africa.
That's very important. I like that clarification.
That's why we don't write it with C, we write it with K.
So even if I was Mexican, I can claim it?
You can claim it.
If I was Caucasian, I can claim it?
Yes, you can claim it, because the work that Afrika Yetu does not, it's not traditionally based on the culture of black people. It's based on culture of the people of the world who one time we were all united in one place. And if that place was in Africa, then you are that.
Oh my God, I like
the creation itself did not give us multiple area. So wherever Africa is that you're thinking that is, that's what
that
it is.
is the place. So when we talk of the culture of everyone, what type of culture is this? And what can someone expect? For instance, if they have never met you, but they have heard about Afrika Yetu, what can they expect to find?
Actually, let me give you just a clear picture. Most of the people in my program or whatever, they will come, they will see a diverse people on my program.
Yes.
Because I don't cater to a particular ethnic group. I don't cater to a particular community. Everything we do is what is traditionally coming from God. It's traditionally coming from how universe was created. So Mexican, Chinese, those are countries, or those are people in different part of the world.
Yes.
Asian, so maybe I can just use Asian as a continent, or like we talk about today. Any Arabs person or anyone from the Asia or Australia or North America and Africa itself as a continent, you will find our culture or our program in what we do, because we use things that is naturally given by God. In other words, if I'm using a drum, for example, a drum is a natural instrument made with trees and animal skins. Most of our drum, that's what it is, and all over the world, people playing the drum. How do people ever think, how did that happen that every continent play drums?
Exactly.
So it can tell you simple that that drum came from one area. So if you want to see everybody in the world have a move, they dance. So that move, was it just naturally that they start dancing without the other people? So it means somewhere that our parents or our great, you can call it, our ancestor Abraham, or our ancestors such as all the one we see on the Bible, you name it, whatever you want to choose. They did drum, they did dance, they have food they ate, they had clothes they wore, they had language they spoke, they had culture that they shared. So that's what Afrika Yetu does. We give the culture of everybody, but we give you just so you understand that you're not alone in that culture. Because people like to claim, or they like to hang on a particular part of the planet Earth today, like it's theirs. This is ours. And then they stand strong and try to kill other people, thinking this possessed to us. This is our land. So
I really like the passion that you have about this thing, and I am so excited to want to know more.
Absolutely.
I like the point you raised of a drum. It's like each and every one of us has a rhythm inside of us. You know, I don't know from where it came from, but when I hear a drum, something in me just tells me it's time to shake.
Time to dance.
Oh my God. So at Afrika Yetu, do you do drums? What do you do?
Yeah, let me put it, maybe let me go a little bit more, just in the term of really activity of the company. So we have part of the art that is really our main part. On the art, we divide that in many. So we do the African art of the continent itself, but then we do what the world call it world music or world culture. In another word, we blend in the African traditions, which we believe is more of the ancient culture, with the every modern, because today, children of today, they're not playing the drum with the tree. But they're playing drum maybe sometime on the telephones.
Yes.
You know, on the iPad. But sometimes they're playing the drum on the drum set, you know, which we have, that is made with metals and plastic, whatever that you can name it, of modern technology. But that drum still have the idea, or still give the soul of where the traditional drum came from, our ancestors created from the tree that God said that's a tree. This is an animal. You eat, then you take the skin and you put on top, then you find the sound. That is how. So we do teach those. We have dance, which is, I say, African dance, which is basically one of the elements that is really human, because our ancestors, that's what they use, dance for everything. To go to war, they dance. To have a healing moment, they dance. At church, they dance. Anything that they wanted to do, they had to have song and dance to go together.
They have a song and they dance for everything.
And the reason it was simple, because they wanted to show that they were alive. That you wanted to celebrate in everything, in whichever way, even funeral. like today, we come in a funeral, we also respectful. We look at the dead like if you move, he's gonna be mad that you move. But traditionally, a death is supposed to be a celebration.
Yes.
So our ancestors taught us, and Afrika Yetu, we do dance for everything. We show. So that's one part. Then we have the music. On the music, as you can tell today, all the instruments that we use today, every modern instrument came from the traditional African of where we did. From the xylophone gave birth to the keyboard or to the piano. All of our instrument that we have in traditional, that it was made with animal skin or maybe made with a string of a tree. All of those made birth to the harp, made birth to the violin, to the cello, you name it. All the other instrument that we have from animal corn or whatever that is, gave birth to the saxophone, gave birth, which I know you play, gave birth to the trumpet.
So enlightening.
So you can see that every tradition that it was hidden, or our children today don't see, but it came from a tradition that it was already God-given from birth or creation of the earth.
So when you have these classes, do you educate the people of the origin of the instruments they are playing? Things like that?
Absolutely. And not only from the origin, but we wanted to show the matching of where if I see because I will bring most of our program we do maybe like drum talk, which is one of the concepts we do, and that's really today is the biggest event that we do. And the drum talk, I bring drummers from all over the place. We come in a circle, nobody tells you what you must do, but you play how you play in your traditions.
Yes.
Or what you were born into, or to the rhythm that you hear. As you do that, the other people from the other side of the world will also add into what you do.
Yes.
Then you find that we're speaking the same thing. We're doing the same thing. Or the sound that is coming to you is also coming from my drum. Or the dance that you put in that step, only the difference is that you went up, I went down.
Yes.
And maybe you play a bass, I play high. So those kind of elements, it gives enlightenment to people. And this changes not just the ear of the musicians or the artists, but it also goes deeper to certain things such as race, to certain things such as understanding of tradition, of understanding of yourselves.
Yes.
Because many people don't even hear that inside them there is a drum that he plays. And that drum, when it stops, you're in the funeral home.
Exactly. I've been to the drum talks. I think those are the best ones I've ever attended personally for just talking about Afrika Yetu programs. I was so blessed to see little people, old people, all colors of people, drumming. It was awesome. And
no judgmental.
Yes.
Nobody telling you that you're not from that continent.
Yes.
Oh, that's mine. That rhythm, we play that. No, everybody, oh my God, you play that too?
Yes.
Oh, I know that too. Oh, you can do that too. So this is how you discover how the greatest of things that God has given to the world. It made us so united, and then yet we refuse as people to recognize one another, to recognize that behind this black dark skin that I have, that I could have been actually, like I always tell sometimes people, the black people who hate to be black, they transform to become white.
Yes.
Easy. But under them, do they change anything inside?
No, they don't.
No, they just and those black or white folks who go the sauna, they will stay there for many, many hours to get their black skin or dark skin, or because they appreciate to be darker. Do they change inside? No,
they don't.
The moment you change inside, that you're not there.
Yes.
You are not alive anymore.
Exactly.
So the color skin is the less thing, because it can be changeable, but you are the soul of who you are. You cannot change.
Powerful.
It is unity in the four, that because that one God only touches.
That's really powerful.
Yeah.
You know, if we can come to a place of just appreciating who we are and loving
And appreciate
who we are,
who they are.
and appreciating the other person and coming together. What I'm getting here is that Afrika Yetu is a place of unification.
Absolutely.
Bringing people of diverse backgrounds, diverse looks, and all this together.
Yes. And now we added a portion of food or diversity in food or you know, agronomy or food, you know, cultivating food or what can I put as a things that we find in the farm. You know, I know you're a good farmer, you like farming. But so when you see those in food, we find true unity.
Yes.
In different color, in different form, in different sizes. Pizza. I give an example too. It's an Italian idea, but pizza is an African person. When you look at pizza, there is fufu in it.
And what is fufu?
Fufu is a dough. You know, it's a dough of manioc or anything that will make the dough to get the farine or the wheats or whatever you know, the maize or whatever they will put as to be the bread.
Okay, kind of like the starch part of it.
The starch part
yes.
of it, exactly. So that's it. So the Mexican, they will bring in maybe a taco or they will bring a tortilla. And then they have tomato, which we all do. Now on the African side, they'll put that tomato on the sauce.
Yes.
Okay, in Italian, they'll make a little tomato, so they'll put on top of the pizza. Then there's meat or vegetable or whatever else they will put as what they call topping. That topping to the African people is the meat or the chicken, whatever that is you will put. So in the end, so you're eating pizza, you're actually eating like an African person who having a dough or a fufu with tomato and then the meat, which is topping. You can choose meat here or chicken here or whatever. So in the end, your stomach is still getting the same thing.
I'm telling you, it's so amazing how we are all alike.
Absolutely.
It's really amazing how we are all alike.
Absolutely.
And then yet we think that we are different.
Yeah.
You're just opening my understanding. I'm sure somebody is watching. If you feel like you are different in any way, today we are learning that we are actually the same people. The food you eat is the same food I eat, only in a different form. Like in Africa, they say we make fufu, which is like in my country we call it inshima. You make a dough and you eat it with gravy. Now I'm just realizing that fufu is as good as pizza.
As good as pizza because it gives you the same ingredient and it gives you the same thing that you have on the fufu and it's what you have on the pizza. Because if it's vitamin, whatever that is does on pizza does to whoever, is fufu will do the same thing. Just the difference, just maybe sometimes for African, we will love a lot of that fufu, you know. So maybe that's part of it.
I remember last time you said that you couldn't imagine somebody had just lived their whole life without eating fufu.
So now we discovered that bunch of Italians, bunch of Mexican people, you know, they eat the Indians. They do the same thing. They have those type of bread they eat with their food. Ethiopian, they don't eat the fufu like we do, but they will have that whole big old, what's the name of the thing they put, you know, that starch. Like what's the name
like
of
the
that?
pita bread.
Yeah, the pita bread. Yeah, the whole thing. Then they put vegetable
inside
and meat on top of it.
On top of
then
it.
they always share it.
Oh my goodness.
Then of course when it comes to rice, every continent we eat rice the same way. So you see that there's many things, bread, there's no even, I mean, sometimes the French think they created a bread. No, bread was created in Africa. You know, it's just basically every continent is using the same ingredient or the same meat, just in a different way, based on what they have to offer. You know, how you smoke one, how you probably fry one or something. Chinese people, the same thing. Really, it comes out to now when we're teaching gastronomy, because that's the course for that, we teach of really because when God made food for us,
Yes.
The food was not really just to fill us up. It was basically like a medication.
Yes.
You know, it is like in the morning you must eat this to give you this.
Yes.
This particular part of the world, like a strength for that. And then in the evening or in the afternoon you must eat this.
Yes.
Because this gonna nurture your body to do this.
Yes.
You know, then at night you must eat this for your body to nurture. So if you see our traditional ancestors, they did not eat like we do eat today in Africa.
They didn't.
Yeah. So they eat meat like it was nobody business. And then they'll probably put it just on the fire.
Yes.
That meat on the fire, then it's ready to go. And then, you know, the sauce of we do add today, the bunch of those spices we add on. Our ancestors didn't have that.
Didn't have
no,
that.
they made their own spices based on herbs, based on things, because those herbs was important for cancer, to heal diabetes, to do all those kind of things. And then they mixed up maybe a goosey, which is a goosey is what?
The melon seed.
Melon seed or no, pumpkin seed. And then with maybe the other one, the okra. So they will know this will help a man with this. This will help a woman with this.
Yes.
This, you know, they eat based on health, based on tradition to keep them alive for a long time.
Oh, that is very, very awesome. I'm sure we have learned a lot. It's amazing how everything just comes together. So we've learned that at Afrika Yetu, you do cultural dances, drumming, all these instruments. What if someone has a child and they want to maybe enroll them or maybe to connect with you, or even if they are an adult and they would like to learn more about these things, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, we're online. We are online most of the time. We're putting our classes there for people to watch. Our concert, they're there on Facebook, on Instagram for people to watch. I always like to do our program live so individual can be. But our class is also online. But then personally, we have class that we usually set up to churches.
Okay.
You know, we call that program the Yetu Academy.
Yetu
At the Yetu Academy, we partner with churches. We will bring maybe a summer camp. We might come there, just do a program and leave it out to the church or leave it out to whatever place that is for them to continue when they have young people.
Okay.
Our goal is always to transform, to change, and give opportunity, because we know how important art is in the life of people.
Yes.
In Africa, we do decide to go young, because when you miss to touch the children, then you basically have a community of people gonna come to do whatever they want to do.
Yes.
But when you get them while they're young, they come up with the tradition. If a child knows that I eat because I'm taking medication, it's food I'm eating it so it can give me health, good health, then they will not require certain food that is not healthy.
Yes.
Because then they'll have a problem when you're giving them a hamburger that is not real meat, or it doesn't have content that is right. That child will say, no, I don't want to eat it because this could kill me. But it will give me obesity, obesity.
Yes.
So
I love that, Papa Eddie, because I was just watching this video where somebody was saying the problem with developed nations is we are eating food that is old, and when you eat old food, it brings inertia in your body. It slows your body down. So if the children can learn at a young age that it's important for them to eat fruits, to eat real natural, fresh foods, natural,
organic,
then their bodies will be built better, and then they will grow healthy.
Absolutely.
Learning from a young age is very important. I love that you are tapping into the young generation.
Absolutely.
So you said you are online. How can someone reach you?
They can come also on our website, which is www.afrikayetu.org. Africa with the K, not with the C. The C is the continent. K is the word, the beginning of the word. So afrikayetu.org, you'll find us there. But also myself, I can be found on my Facebook, which is Oba Eli Kihonia. Oba is just a title, it's not my name, but they gave me that in Nigeria. They honored me, So I carry that name until today. It's Oba, O-B-A, E-L-I-E-K-I-H-O-N-I-A. On Facebook, it's the moment you do Oba, E-L-I-E, I'll pop up. So you find, I always post stuff there, classes there, but Afrika Yetu, look for that. There's Instagram, there is WhatsApp. We got it, and then of course I can give our phone number, which is 412-540-0003. 412-540-0003. You can call me. I'm available. I'm not the type of people when you're calling, then we say, oh, he's sleeping. I will pick up. I'm always around, and we are there for the people. We looked at ourselves like it's a hospital. Afrika Yetu is a 24 hours hospital, helping individual who need help. In which way? And we fight every situation of the planet Earth with art, with culture. Right now we are in the unity, which is like, I was so happy to know that our church was celebrating that, because that was really what message came to us. And we're fighting that because we believe, particularly in the United States, where the negativity of people trying to use politics among, America used to be a place where people will use, life as a way to teach some people or young people, or to show that as to be an honorable man, you have to be maybe married, or to be an honorable woman, you have to have a certain way that you conduct your life. But today it's so embarrassing that you can pick up politician to say that's an honorable man, or that's an honorable woman, because today you don't even know how to explain how being honorable as a human being is. Fighting, hating people all the time. I mean, the race is really becoming almost like a norm, So we are fighting against that. We are among those organizations. Excuse me to say this, I support Black Lives Matters, but I support every life in the planet Earth matters. More than anything, because we are God's people. We are united in some kind of way. So that's who we are. Call us anytime. Trouble at your life will come.
Call Afrika Yetu. You feeling isolated, feeling lonely. You need to learn a new skill. You need to learn some art, or maybe just to rediscover yourself. Because this is within us.
That's it.
Call Afrika Yetu.
Particularly, we're using music sometimes as therapy. Our drums, it's always there. Because I always just imagine, this is for you as an audience, when you come into our class, or drum, for example, we use drum for many methods, just for culture itself, for drumming or for performance, but in therapy, we use that as a way for you to come and beat whatever issue that you're going through. Whatever the husband of you who just made you so mad, come to us. We'll give you the drum so you can beat him up. So you don't have to go beat him up in person.
I love that.
Come and beat your children.
Beat them on
that drum, but you don't beat them in person.
Yes.
So you can avoid all that.
Yes.
We do the same thing. So therapy, Afrika Yetu, we do all that.
I really am blessed today. I just want to thank you so much for honoring this channel with your knowledge, and also for exposing this important organization, because there's somebody out there who's looking just for this. And this is an answer.